Hey everyone, welcome back. Let us continue our learning on array operations, where in this video we'll be learning array deletions. Deletion in an array works in a very similar manner to insertion and has the same three different cases: deleting at the end of the array, deleting at the start of the array, and the last one, deleting in between start and end index. Let us use the same example as we have used for insertion. Let me just copy this up. Yep. First, let us learn deleting at the end of the array. Deleting at the end of the array is similar to the people standing in a line, also known as queue. The person who most recently joined the queue, meaning at the end, can leave at any time without disturbing the rest of the queue. And deleting from the end of the array is the least time consuming of all the three cases. Let us see how we can delete an element at the end. I'll just repeat the same array. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 0, 0. Indexes are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we know our length is at fifth index. Length equals 6, meaning in index it is 5. Now, how can we delete this last element? It's very simple. We will need to just decrement the length variable. That's it. Even though we call this decrementing as a deletion, it's not like we actually free up space for a new element. This is because we don't actually need to free up any space here. Simply overwriting the value at the certain index deletes the element at that index. Meaning currently our length variable is pointing at this index, sixth index. After decrementing, length becomes 5, and whenever the next insertion comes, we will be inserting at the length variable, right? Meaning at the length index, right? At that time, this 6 gets overridden to a new value. I hope that's clear. Let us see how we can do this in code. Let me just switch the screen. Just write a main function over here. Let me just copy the length and capacity from the previous class. Very good. Now let us write a method which deletes element at the end index. Delete at end, and it takes array. Even we don't need array, we just need a length variable. Length minus minus. That's it. If we do this, and whenever the next insertion happens, it will override the last element with a new value. Let me just print down a value, length value. Length before deletion. length after deletion. It won't actually delete, we will just decrement a length variable. Let me just run this program. Yep, when the method is called, length is 6, and after decrementing, length is becoming 5. And whenever next insertion at the end happens, it will insert a new element at the 5th index, meaning the last element gets overridden to a new value. Let us move on to our next operation. Deleting from the start of an array. Similar to inserting at the start of an array, this operation is very costlier of all the deletion of an array. If we want to delete the first element of the array, that will create a vacant spot at the 0th index. To fill that spot, we will need to shift all the elements from the index 1 to till the length of the array towards left by one cell. Let me just show you that up. I'll just write the same array again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, we're not utilizing it. Okay. 0, 0. Index is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we want to delete the first index element. How can we do that? Let me just show you. We need to move this index out of the array. This comes over here. Let me just write down the indexes as well. And then the first indexed element will come to the 0th index. Second indexed element will come to first index. Then 3 to 2, 4 to 3, 5 to 4. Yep, that's it. After deleting an element at the first index, our array will look like this. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 0, 0. And after deleting the first index, our length will be pointing to this index. And whenever the next insertion at the end index happens, this value gets overridden to a new value. I hope this thing is clear. Let us see how we can do the same thing in code. Let me just write down the method for it. Public static returns nothing, delete at start, and this method takes in array and a length. Let me just print down before modifying the array before deletion arrays dot toString array. Now we need to move all the elements from index 1 towards left by one cell, meaning we will be starting our for loop from 1 and we go till length of an array I plus plus, and we will be inserting the previous index with a current value. This should be 1. Yep. Let me just print down the array after deletion. Yep. Let me call this method delete I'll start with array and length. I'll run the program. Our array initially looked like this, and after deletion, it's looking like this. It's removing the first index element, and if you observe here, even the 6 is getting replaced by 0. Why is that so? Because we are moving all the elements from one index till the length. We are not stopping at the length variable. That's the reason this 6 is getting overridden with the next 0 element. Whereas in our notepad, I was just showing to iterate till the length. In the code, we are just iterating till the length of an array, meaning the capacity of an array. I'll just replace this with the length. Oh, not this one. Okay, it should be here. Length. And after deletion, we miss to decrement the value length. Let me run this program now. See, it is stopping at this index. So that's the reason this 6 is not getting overridden with a 0. I hope this part is clear. Let us move on to our next operation. Deleting from the given index in the array. From the given index in the array. This operation is very similar to our previous operation, where in our previous operation we were starting index from 1 till the length, but here in this case we will be starting a for loop from the given index till the length, and we'll just move all the elements towards left by one cell. Let me write down the array. 1 2 3 4 5 6 0 0. Indexes 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Let's take, I want to delete a third index, meaning I want to delete element 4 from the array. In this case, we need to shift all these elements towards left by one cell. Let me just show you. 1 2 3 4 5 6 0 0. We need to start shifting from this index. Let me just write down the indexes as well. Shift fourth index to third index, and fifth index to fourth index, and 6 to 7, 7 to 6. We don't need to do these indexes. We can just stop till the length of array. Length meaning the thing which we are keeping track. In that way, this 4 will be deleted out of the array. After deleting, our array would look like this. 1 2 3 5 5 6 0 0 0. 6 appears here if we loop the array till length of an array, meaning capacity of an array. If we just stop the for loop at the length of an array, the thing which we are keeping track, this element will be 6 instead of 0. Let us see how we can do the same thing in code. Public static void delete at given index, which takes in array and length parameters. Let me just print down an array before modifying it. Now move. Okay, I missed one more parameter here. This will be taking an index where we want to delete an element. Move all the elements from index +1 towards left by one cell. Start for loop from index +1 and loop till the length variable and replace the previous element with the current element. After deletion, we need to decrement the length variable. Let me just print down an array. Yep, we are good here. I'll just call the created method delete at given index, which takes in array length and the index from where we want to delete an element. Yep, it's deleting the fourth element, meaning in index it's deleting the third element. And since we are running loop till the length variable, it is just keeping the 6 as it is. If we change this to length, meaning capacity of array, this 6 gets replaced with a 0. I'll just show you that as well. So this is getting replaced with the next element. I hope so far the things are clear. To understand how it is deleting, how it is replacing the array elements, just put a debug pointer over here and just run it in the debugger mode. You will clearly understand how array elements are getting replaced with the new element. I mean the next element. We are done with the array operations, wherein we have completed 3 ways of insertion and 3 ways of deletion. In our previous video, we have seen inserting at the end of the array, start of the array, and between the start and end of the array. And in this video, we have completed deleting at the end of the array, deleting at the start of the array, and deleting between the start and end of an array. That's it for this video. In the next upcoming video, we'll be seeing how we can perform in-place array operations, meaning without creating a new array. Thank you all for watching. See you in the next one.